Toxic friends exposed, how to spot and ditch toxic friendships. Ever felt that nagging doubt when a friend's offhand comment leaves you wondering if you're really enough? Today, we're diving into how to spot those toxic friendships and take back control of your happiness. Introduction. You know that moment when you're laughing about something silly, only to have your mood instantly darkened by a remark that leaves you feeling small. Maybe you've noticed a friend who constantly undermines your confidence or drains your energy without even realizing it. In this video, we're talking about reclaiming your happiness by identifying and ditching toxic friendships. Over the next 20 minutes, we'll break down the subtle signs of toxicity, share real-life examples that hit close to home, and give you practical, step-by-step strategies to rebuild a circle of supportive, positive relationships. By the end, you'll have a clear roadmap to transform your social life for better personal growth and well-being. Imagine waking up each day feeling energized, surrounded by people who genuinely lift you up instead of weighing you down. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it doesn't have to be. Let's get into the heart of the matter and start by understanding exactly what makes a friendship toxic. Understanding toxic friendships. Toxic friendships aren't always obvious at first glance. They often sneak in slowly, disguised as normal relationships until you start noticing the small things that add up. So what exactly is a toxic friendship? Constant criticism. You know those friends who never miss an opportunity to point out your flaws or make you feel less than. Whether it's your choices, your style, or even your dreams, the criticism never stops. It can start off as just teasing, but soon becomes a pattern that chips away at your self-esteem. Manipulative behavior. Ever felt like you're being controlled or guilt-tripped into doing something you're not comfortable with? Toxic friends often use emotional manipulation to get what they want. They might make you feel responsible for their happiness or use past favors as a way to demand more from you. Energy vampires. Picture this: every time you're with someone, you leave feeling exhausted instead of uplifted. That's because toxic friends drain your energy. They might constantly complain, create drama, or simply have a negative outlook on life that rubs off on you. Hidden signs you might overlook. Sometimes the warning signs are subtle. It could be the way a friend always puts themselves first or rarely acknowledges your achievements. These behaviors might seem small at first, but over time, they add up to a relationship that's more harmful than helpful. Everyday examples. Let's bring this to life with some real-world scenarios. The backhanded compliment. You might hear something like, "Wow, you actually did something right for once." It sounds like a compliment at first, but deep down, it leaves you questioning your abilities. The one-sided conversation. Ever tried talking about something important to you, only to have the conversation twist back to them? When you're constantly expected to listen without ever being heard, it can feel incredibly isolating. The constant comparison. Some friends might compare your life unfavorably to someone else's, making you feel like you're not measuring up. This not only undermines your confidence, but also sows seeds of self-doubt. Expert insight. Social psychologists have studied these dynamics extensively. Research shows that our relationships have a profound impact on our mental health. When we surround ourselves with people who lift us up, we're more likely to experience higher self-esteem, better stress management, and even improved physical health. On the flip side, toxic relationships can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and depression. Experts recommend regularly evaluating your social circle to ensure that the people you spend time with are genuinely supportive and positive. Reclaiming control, a step-by-step guide. Now that we've identified what toxic friendships look like, let's talk about how you can reclaim your happiness by taking decisive steps to transform your social life. Here's a simple, actionable plan that you can start implementing today. Step 1. Recognize the warning signs. The first step in reclaiming your happiness is to honestly assess your relationships. Ask yourself these questions. Do I feel drained after spending time with this person? If the answer is yes, it's a major red flag. Your energy and well-being should always come first. Does this friend criticize or belittle me, even in a joking way? Pay attention to how you feel after these interactions. Constant criticism can erode your self-worth over time. Do I feel like my opinions and feelings are dismissed or ignored? Healthy friendships are built on mutual respect and understanding. If you're always the one who has to compromise your feelings, something is off. Am I expected to drop everything to cater to their needs? If a friend regularly makes you feel guilty for setting boundaries or taking time for yourself, it's a sign of manipulation. Using visual aids or even jotting these points down can help you see the pattern more clearly. Picture a scale. On one side, you have the weight of constant negativity. On the other, the uplifting support of genuine friendship. When the scale tips unfavorably, it might be time to rethink the relationship. Step 2. Set clear boundaries. Once you've identified the toxic behaviors, the next step is to set boundaries. Boundaries are like invisible fences that protect your emotional well-being. Here's how you can do it. Communicate your needs clearly. Let your friend know what behavior is acceptable and what isn't. Use simple, direct language. For example, say, "I feel hurt when you make jokes at my expense. I need our conversations to be more supportive." Be firm yet kind. Setting boundaries isn't about being aggressive. It's about taking care of yourself. You can be firm without burning bridges. Remember, it's okay to prioritize your mental health. Use I statements. Instead of saying, "You always make me feel bad," try saying, "I feel hurt when certain comments are made." This shifts the focus to how you're feeling, rather than attacking the other person. Enforce the boundaries. It's one thing to set a boundary, but another to stick to it. If a friend continues to overstep, remind them of your limits. Sometimes this might mean taking a step back from the friendship until they can respect your needs. Here are some tips for making boundary setting easier. Practice in the mirror. Sometimes rehearsing what you want to say can help build your confidence. Write it down. Jot down your thoughts and feelings before you have the conversation. This can help you organize your ideas and stay focused. Lean on support. Talk to another friend or a family member about your plan. They can offer encouragement and might even share their own experiences with setting boundaries. Step 3. Gradual distancing and rebuilding your circle. Now comes the challenging part. Gradually distancing yourself from toxic friendships and making space for positive, nurturing relationships. It might feel like you're losing a part of your life, but remember, you're gaining more than you're letting go. Start with small changes. You don't have to cut someone off abruptly. Instead, try reducing the time you spend together. If you usually see this friend several times a week, try limiting it to once or twice and see how you feel. Fill the void with positivity. As you distance yourself from negativity, surround yourself with people who genuinely care about your well-being. This could be family, coworkers, or even new friends who share your interests and values. Rebuild your social network gradually. Look for opportunities to meet new people. Join clubs, attend community events, or even take up a new hobby. These are great ways to connect with individuals who have a positive outlook on life. Reflect on your progress. Keep a journal or talk to someone you trust about how you're feeling. Documenting your journey can help you see the progress you're making and reinforce the importance of maintaining healthy relationships. Celebrate small wins. Every time you make a decision that prioritizes your well-being, celebrate it. It might be as simple as feeling a bit lighter after saying no to an invitation or noticing that you're smiling more often. Visualizing the transformation. Imagine your life as a garden. In the beginning, it might be overrun with weeds. These are the toxic friendships that choke the life out of your happiness. With a bit of effort, you pull out the weeds, plant new seeds, and soon, a vibrant garden of supportive, positive relationships blossoms. Visual aids can help cement this idea. With toxic friends, constant stress and anxiety, feeling of being undervalued, limited personal growth and self-doubt. Without toxic friends, a sense of relief and renewed energy, confidence to pursue your dreams, flourishing relationships that encourage growth and joy. Proof through real-life examples. Let's talk about some real-life stories to see how these steps work in practice. Sarah's story. Sarah always felt like she was walking on eggshells around one of her closest friends. No matter how hard she tried, she could never shake the feeling that she wasn't good enough. After a lot of soul-searching, she realized that the constant criticism was taking a toll on her self-esteem. Sarah decided to set clear boundaries, starting by politely explaining how certain comments made her feel. Over time, as she reinforced her limits and gradually distanced herself, Sarah noticed a remarkable improvement in her overall mood and confidence. She eventually built a new circle of friends who were supportive, kind, and uplifting. Mark's experience. Mark had a friend who always seemed to need something from him, whether it was a favor, money, or emotional support. While Mark genuinely cared for his friend, he began to feel drained and unappreciated. After reading up on the impact of toxic relationships, he decided to make some changes. Mark started by limiting the time he spent with this friend and gradually introduced more balanced interactions. With time, he replaced the constant negativity with connections that allowed him to thrive. Mark's journey wasn't easy, but it taught him that true friendship is built on mutual respect and support. Lisa's journey. Lisa was known for her bubbly personality and ability to light up a room. However, behind that smile was a growing sense of unease. She noticed that one friend in particular would always downplay her successes and exaggerate her mistakes. After some introspection and a few heartfelt conversations with other supportive friends, Lisa realized it was time for a change. She started setting firm boundaries and eventually found the courage to step back from the relationship. The change was dramatic. Suddenly, Lisa felt free to celebrate her wins without the shadow of constant criticism looming over her. The urgency to act now. Time is precious, and every moment you spend in a toxic relationship is a moment stolen from your potential happiness and success. Think about it, every day you delay, you're giving toxicity more power over your life. The strategies we've discussed aren't just ideas. They're proven steps that have helped countless people reclaim their joy and rebuild a more fulfilling social life. Assess your friendships immediately. Take a few moments today to think about your relationships. Who leaves you feeling down? Who celebrates your victories? Use the questions we discussed as a guide. Act without delay. Remember, change doesn't have to happen overnight. Start small, set your boundaries, and gradually distance yourself from negativity. The sooner you take action, the sooner you can experience the relief and joy that come from nurturing positive relationships. Empower yourself. Every day in a toxic friendship is a day you could be investing in yourself, learning new skills, or simply enjoying life. You deserve relationships that make you feel strong, valued, and loved. Don't wait until the toxicity becomes unbearable. Act now to reclaim your happiness. Recap and final thoughts. We've journeyed through the maze of toxic friendships, identified the subtle yet damaging signs, and mapped out a clear, step-by-step plan to break free from negativity. Here's a quick recap of what we covered. Identifying toxic traits, constant criticism, manipulative behavior, and energy-draining interactions. Hidden signs that may creep in slowly over time. Real-life examples that highlight how these behaviors affect our mental and emotional health. Taking action. Recognize the warning signs with honest self-reflection. Set clear, respectful boundaries using I statements and firm communication. Gradually distance yourself while rebuilding a supportive network. Visualize the transformation from a life of stress to one of joy and fulfillment. The urgency to change. Every day in a toxic friendship is a missed opportunity for growth and happiness. Acting now means investing in yourself and your future. The journey might be challenging, but the rewards are priceless. A brighter, more supportive social circle and a renewed sense of self-worth. A few parting words. I know this isn't always easy. Letting go of someone you once cared about, even if they were toxic, can stir up a whirlwind of emotions. Sadness, guilt, even fear of being alone. But remember, you are not alone in this journey. Many have walked this path before you, and every step you take towards healthier relationships is a step towards a happier, more fulfilled life. Think of it like cleaning out your closet. It might be tough to let go of the old stuff, but once it's gone, there's so much more room for the new, exciting things in life. If you ever feel overwhelmed or unsure of your next step, consider reaching out for help. A trusted friend, a mentor, or even a professional can offer guidance and support as you navigate these changes. The important thing is that you're taking charge of your happiness and not letting negativity dictate your life. Embracing the future. Imagine a future where you wake up every morning feeling energized, confident, and excited about the day ahead. Picture yourself surrounded by friends who truly care about you, who celebrate your victories, and who stand by you during challenges. That future isn't as far off as you might think. It starts with small, intentional changes today. Every boundary you set, every conversation you have about your feelings, and every moment you choose positivity over negativity brings you closer to that life. Personal reflection. Take a moment right now to reflect on your friendships. Ask yourself, am I giving too much of my time and energy to those who don't reciprocate? How would my life change if I surrounded myself with more positivity? What small step can I take today to start reclaiming my happiness? These questions aren't meant to make you feel guilty. They're here to guide you towards a better understanding of what you truly deserve. Life is too short to be held back by relationships that don't serve you well. The power of positive change. It's often said that change starts from within. By making the decision to assess your friendships honestly, you're already taking a bold step towards a brighter future. Every positive decision you make builds momentum. Soon, you'll find yourself thriving in ways you never imagined. Whether it's finding a new hobby, joining a supportive community, or simply spending more quality time with those who lift you up, remember that your happiness is in your hands. A final call to action. So here's your moment of truth. Take what you've learned today and use it as a springboard to make the changes you need. Don't let another day slip by feeling unappreciated or drained. Prioritize your well-being and invest in relationships that empower you. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's build a community that supports one another through these changes. Before you go, if you found value in this video, make sure to subscribe for more straightforward, actionable advice. There's a whole world of positivity waiting for you, and it all begins with one simple step. Every journey begins with a single step, and today, you've taken that step by watching this video. Remember, toxic friendships don't define you. They're just obstacles on your path to a more joyful, confident life. Your story is yours to write, and with every choice you make, you're crafting a future that's brighter and more fulfilling. Keep your head high, trust your instincts, and know that you deserve to be surrounded by people who lift you up. Life is a garden, and you have the power to decide what grows in it. Choose positivity, choose growth, and choose happiness. Thank you for sticking with me through this deep dive into toxic friendships and reclaiming your happiness. I hope you feel empowered and ready to make the changes you deserve. Remember, it's not about cutting people out completely, but rather creating space for relationships that nurture you and allow you to shine. If you're ready to start your journey towards a healthier social life, hit that subscribe button and check out the next video on our channel. Let's take this journey together, because you're not just surviving, you're about to thrive. Stay positive, stay true to yourself, and let your happiness be your guide. See you in the next video. If you have any questions or need further support, drop your thoughts in the comments below.